Greetings, everyone. Jamie Sparks here, Executive Director for Kentucky Association of Health and PE, and also Shape America President. It is November the 17th, Sunday. This is our final week of our state affiliate challenge with sign-up schools for Health.Moves.Minds. Game changer of a program. I've been so honored to get to travel the country talking about this program, and this is our final push into the state incentive, and lots of things riding on this final week. And for Kentucky schools, we've made this rollout and incentive even bigger. So this is really for anybody that's not signed on, but especially to my Kentucky schools. So let me run through this and share some quick things with you in an overview as quickly as I can. I've had an honor to blog about this program from the beginning of my presidency. So it officially launched in August. So we were sharing it was coming this summer and talking about how we raised the bar and what it means. It's such a teacher-centered program. Teachers do the work. This is a fundraising, but also an SEL component. The SEL component, the curriculum is absolutely free for any schools to integrate. The biggest thing I think for health and PE teachers is it is a way for us to brand this profession and to raise and elevate who and what the purpose of health and PE is. So even without the fundraising component, which is completely teacher school centered, the ability for us to re-engage with administrators and parents about the overall role of health and physical education. And this is a historic year. So I encourage you to check out those blogs through Shape America or on our Caper website as well. Oh, let's click my link there, sorry. There we go. And the next part of that is it's very simple to do. There's an activate. You sign your school up, enroll in it. That's what you got until November 22nd with some extra incentives to do that. Again, there's no pressure on this. There's nobody coming into your school and pressuring you, no high stakes, whatever. You sign up, get your principal degree, you got the free curriculum. If you want to do the fundraising component, we're here to help. We got some support pieces and some task force leaders in our state, and every state has its own way of helping implement. But there's absolutely no pressure if you decide not to, or it doesn't fit in, or you got to get prior approval. All those things are negotiable. So getting signed up and getting activated is a key part. There's lots of ideas and concepts in the fundraise, ways to educate, and then ultimately how to do your celebration. So it's very straightforward, and all that's provided for you once you sign up. Again, it takes you through successful steps for your event. So it's very thought out, well planned, and then that's what we're here to help you do. Here's some great examples of numerous of our pilot schools and some of our early adopter schools that have done this program. And again, it's not the principal buy-in, the administrative buy-in piece of this, I think, is one of the huge components to helping us rebrand health education and rebrand physical education and the role that we play in the overall school climate and culture. So you can see these are not just standalone events happening. While there are things that happen in the gymnasium, it certainly brings awareness to the entire school body when these events are going on. The education material, again, very thought out, very articulate program that really does everything for you, including how the education lessons are delivered, the visuals that are there for you, things for you to print off. It's just A to Z is done for you. Where do your donations go? As you see this and look at this, overall, 50% is always going to go back to you. There's some additional incentives, but we guarantee you 50% always comes back to you. I always say this is the only program that supports you the most while also supporting your state association and your national association. No other fundraising platform in this country does that. This is the only one that does all three of those all in one bout, in one place. So you can see the breakdown, and I actually have it over on this side of the screen showing you if you sign up by November 22nd, Kentucky schools through our state association, we're actually taking our 15% and giving it back to the school in the form of professional development credit. We're hosting a big event in August 2020 in Louisville. So every dime you make that was supposed to come to us to support the state association, the work that we do for advocacy, we're actually turning and giving it back to the school. So if you take the 50%, you get a 10% bonus from Gopher, and then we're taking our 15% and giving it to you as well. So we are the only state that 75% of your funds will come back and benefit you and your program. So we're really excited about that and giving an extra incentive to be the state doing that. You do have an option if you want to keep the 50%. I mentioned the 10% bonus. But there's also an option to program. You can pick a nonprofit. So if you have a local community agency, a local community partner, your PTO is a 501c3. Option 2 is you can split that with that nonprofit. So it gives you a little more flexibility. If you want to use it for something other than Gopher, or partnering with another organization that's helping your school or community. And in that case, it's a 25% split. Sign up by November 22nd. We're still giving you that 15% bonus back in PD credit. We have a big state affiliate challenge that I mentioned at the very beginning. 43 schools had signed on as of Friday, I think it was. So this is the last week for that. We earn 1 letter for every 10 schools. The other important part is we're earning free registrations to the Shape Salt Lake City National Convention. So this is helping to offset our cost, and it's a great incentive that Shape America is doing. We're currently in 2nd place behind Missouri. We've closed that gap, but we got a big push to go, and our board members are working very hard at pushing that out. So we'd like to see that. We'd like to be the first state to spell Health.Moves.Minds by earning all of our letters. So you see we're at 43, so we've earned 4 letters so far. And the reason spelling that thermometer is so important is because the additional incentive I did, in addition to ordering the free, getting our free national registrations, is as president, I'm also had an additional incentive that I put out there, and that was for, it's not clicking over on the last screen. But the last one is the 3 symbols within Health.Moves.Minds, the plus, the check mark, and the exclamation mark. For the state, the first state to sign up 160 schools, or basically fills up their thermometer, that's the state I'm going to go to get my first of my 3 Health.Moves.Minds tattoos. I've got Illinois coming up in Texas, so big states with lots and lots of people at our convention. So we're trying to see who Illinois and Texas. I don't want to call it foregone conclusion, but 160 is pretty easy for them. But Missouri's been leading the pack for a bit. Maryland just came out of their state conference. So there's some other states that really got some good momentum. I think Wisconsin and Wyoming are in the mix. So it's going to be exciting to see if anybody can get to that 160 threshold. So I'm certainly wanting to see Kentucky do that. And if anybody in the country has more incentive, it's our Kentucky schools, because we are offering more out of this program as far as percent back to your school than anybody. So exciting to be a part of. Just wanted to give you a quick overview. And we'll be hosting a watch party later tonight to further talk about these things live on Facebook.